on my bed.
Those
Those
were
were
not
not edible.
All right.
In the fridge, right? These were.
So we're starting lesson
Yeah, you
9.
left the sandwich in it. Okay.
Megan won't be able to make it
Peanut
with us
butter, I'm
today.
not
She's
sure,
her nephew's sick and she's watching him. So, question 1 says the graduate management admission test, or the GMAT, is used as an admission criterion in many Masters of Business Administration or MBA programs. The scores on the GMAT in the past have had a mean score of 529. The BYU professor feels now. The BYU professor feels now.
You did that?
The BYU professor feels now that the score has improved within the last couple of years.
What was your score?
Determine the null and alternative hypothesis.
What's the average?
529.
Okay, so the null is saying that it's equal to, and the alternative is saying that it's
So
not
Mike and I
equal
both got 680.
to. So
Typically a couple tries.
The null is equal to, you said?
yeah, so the null is going to be that the mean is 529, and that the alternative is that it's going to be improved.
Yeah.
That's less
It
than.
was better than. I found out later.
529 is less than.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah,
thought that was awful. And I knew I'd done way below what I should have, because I left a bunch blank on the math part. That's what, you remember I came back to Brandon and Emily, so we were all down there.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Okay. Suppose.
This girl that I hung out with quite a bit, really good friends with, I was talking to her about that story, and she's like, well, what did you get? 630. That was her score, or it was better than her score.
So it says, suppose you got evidence that the null hypothesis should be rejected. However, in reality, the mean score of the students taking the exam is still
I had a
529.
lot of experience.
Was a type 1 or type 2 error committed? So it says you got evidence that the null hypothesis should be rejected. However, it is still true. So I think that is, it's a type 1, I think. Yes.
You talking about types of errors?
Yeah.
Remind me what type 1 and type 2 are.
So type 1 is when you reject the null hypothesis, but it's actually true. And the type 2 is when you type 2 is when you reject. I think it's when you reject the it's when it's false, but you accept it. So like saying the null hypothesis is that the mean score is 529, and we accept it, but it's actually not.
And then type 1 is saying that it's not 529, but it actually is.
Yeah.
Type 1, you reject the null hypothesis when it's actually true.
Mm-hmm. Type 2 is when you accept it, but it's actually false. All right.
It's dry.
If the analysis was done at
So,
that's alpha equals a 0.01 level,
I don't know if that's
what is the
also
probability of
correct.
committing a type 1 error? It's 1%. Okay. If we wanted to decrease the probability of making a type 2 area,
I moved back into my
error,
house in the fall.
would we need to increase or decrease?
Actually, like 1%.
It's just
Or
1%.
25 bucks a month. Has a huge walk-in closet, its own bathroom.
well, you need that.
Hoping to have a huge.
If we wanted to decrease the probability of making a type 2 error, would we need to increase or decrease the level of significance?
Yeah, and I need to go to our closet. We need to go to your room in our house. Pretend like we're moving.
I can't remember where we read that at.
Yeah. My next goal is to get the driver's. These are my flowers from Columbia. They had them sitting on the bed. They're leaves off their tree in the back.
took a stick and hit him down so that I could have flowers. And I almost left him there, and they brought him out, so you gotta take your flowers.
Please, so cute. I went over there a couple
What
of
is
days ago
it?
just to spend some time with him before I left.
That's a good token there.
No, take two. Let's take two right here. You're gonna fail to reject the last.
Well, we're
Oh,
trying
is that
to.
just a?
We're just trying. Yeah, we're trying to read what.
Yeah, I stopped by there one more time.
What?
I stopped by the house one more time before I came back out.
They have stuff here.
I don't know. I got to step out of there, but that's the last time I'll see him for who knows how long.
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna come up this weekend, but
So, that's what I did a good weekend to do it.
I know how it is.
Keep being and see if it just comes back up.
Oh, here it is. Okay.
Maybe
I'm
like a
kinda
time,
hungry.
maybe like a time bomb method, see how long it takes to blow up in your stomach.
No, it must have been 8 weeks ago.
Following example
Where
illustrates
are you?
4.7.
I think it was.
Oh, right here.
Following example illustrates how to conduct the hypothesis test for single mean with beta known. We will conduct a hypothesis test to determine the true mean of the temperature of alpha using alpha equals 0.05 low significance. We will assume. Okay. To I remember reading it. So if we need to increase that to the
Increase the
Yeah.
load.
yeah.
Mike and cool video. Pull it right by his bike in the street and kill the ball out of him.
Mike would.
Well, I started it. I said his goofy little helmet on. And then Mike made him do it. We were just sitting on the porch. And I tried to hit him there in the street. And I never did. He could break.
He thought it was funny.
Yeah.
A study,
So
but
Mike made him do it along the sidewalk. His bike's right.
2004, the second installed component for more than a third of residential
That's
real
right.
estate transactions.
Mike chucks it.
According to the
It's right up
report,
his
the
helmet.
average age of the person buying a second home investment rental was 47 years. Assuming the national standard deviation is
He's all hard.
5,
Bounce off his
a
helmet.
real estate agent helps to determine if the average age of those buying investment property in his area is different than the national average. He
what do you
selected
plan
15
tomorrow?
clients who purchased an investment property and obtains the data show. Design and
Doesn't really
study.
have many.
so okay. So second population is the data from the second home buyers. He randomly selected samples from his own clients.
Will you plant that shrubbery
So
in
from-
front for me?
Okay. What is his? The answer to his question is he wants to know if the average of his is different than the national average.
Cassie left some lilacs on my step. Had the front door open, but I was shampooing and vacuuming and stuff. You know how she used to bring me leaves? She's stepping it up.
Collect the data. Name at least one way
They have some.
the realtor could have randomly selected his sample. I don't know, you can do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You can put it in Excel and just do like a random thing there. You could do,
Couldn't you put it in that one thing? SPSS?
well, yeah, but he probably doesn't have that.
So,
They're asking what he could have done to randomly select them.
well, some businesses have it.
Yeah, you can
So just like put it in a database, put it in Excel,
put it in something like could randomly,
a generator.
yeah. Alright, Describe the data. Graph the data on a histogram. Sketch the histogram below, or cut and paste your electronic copy. In a short paragraph, describe the data by using at least 5 descriptive statistics.
That'll have open to you.
Beach,
Why are you so far?
because I got a Samsung. Be right back. Okay.
So did they have the cheap wings tonight?
Mm-hmm.
I got a wrap.
You got a wrap?
Okay, so do they have a
Yeah, I do tomorrow is go through and clean up email inboxes. Stuff getting so much junk mail.
I need to do that too.
I know Austin would want chopsticks for a fan, so I got him. Well, I got this and I'll give it to him. It's a Vans bracelet. But
Wow.
it's also a memory card.
You'll love that.
He'll love that.
Might not fit his wrist.
He can hang it on his keychain.
Got that from the Vans corporate office in Hong Kong.
Wow.
Do we? Does
It
it
won't
have?
connect. Can I choose yours?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you if you, how many businesses did they visit?
Do they have a?
I don't even know.
Do they have a file for us to use? We have to put those in.
I say
Oh, like a data set?
Yeah,
I was wondering if
just
it
around
was this
15.
one.
Wow.
I know, but
Visit
Oh,
the U.S.
that
consulate in Hong Kong.
Wow.
I wonder if it's
So
here.
are you kind of
Sure,
thinking
here.
international business or not necessarily or what?
Oh,
it makes such a
I
connection.
would probably.
That
I
would
would.
be where it is.
I wouldn't be opposed to working abroad for a year or two, maybe. But
Those are just extra
you don't want
help.
to
What
make
you
it a
need
lifelong
is.
thing.
Yeah.
Let me look on this. Let's see if there's a.
That's the thing. A lot of the people that were there, they're like, yeah. I mean, at least in Tokyo, especially there. Like, yeah, we thought we'd be here for 2 to 5 years, and they've been there for like 15 or 20. Yeah.
Smelling the dairy real good tonight.
What?
Dairy.
The dairy, you can smell cans?
I can't smell that bad.
Let me see if we can type those numbers in by hand. It's freezing.
Oh, good.
Map at 9:41. Building sites.
Okay. I'm gonna see if they have. Why is it not loading?
You know that one that we had a couple days ago? That had all those files and had Excel and SPSS. I wonder if it's in that.
I'm not.
One more is new from me. Musica, musica.
Is it in?
I don't know. They have them in different ones. There's been a couple times with it. I wish we could just download. I think she said we could. I just don't know how. I tried doing it. It didn't work. Freak.
Is there a way to just put it in? Or did you already look? I tried it, but I don't. SPSS.
Okay, there it is.
Just don't know what it would be called. Maybe like the realtor, people like realtors.
So I can just type it in by hand.
Richard?
Because it can't be like that. It's like,
Johnny, I have it right here. Should I tell you what it is? Ready?
yeah.
27, 49, 56, 45, 49, 35, 55, 50, 46, 48, 48, 58, 61, 56,
I'm gonna say something.
I'm gonna make a histogram.
No, I'm going to. It kind of looks bimodal.
Yeah.
Looks bimodal. And it has those. It has the mean. Mean is 46.73. Standard deviation is 8.8. Variance 77. The minimum is 27, and the maximum is 58. Median is 49.
What is it?
Median is 49.
I'm gonna do it.
All right. So we made a Q and Q.
What's it say for that?
We need to check the normality.
Sure. Yeah, if you would.
Great, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Okay,
It looks pretty normal.
okay, thank
Yeah, it
you.
is.
Bye. What's going on? Just hanging out? You want to hang out with Mom and me downstairs?
We're
barely went down.
on a
Where
Google
did these little
chat.
treats from? Are these what Mom brought home?
Yeah, go ahead and eat it.
So it seems pretty normal.
You're all on your cute little computers. It's really cute.
Let's take the null and alternative hypothesis.
Then we fit in downstairs.
So we did that and made an inference. The null is that it is equal to 47. The alternative is that it is not equal to 47. It doesn't have to be greater than, so you just check to see if it's different.
That makes sense. Okay, what is that alpha?
Yeah.
Equals 0.05.
Where's my calculator? Okay. So whoa.
Here.
I'm not a formula. But what do we put in for x again?
0. Oh. I don't know. The mean. Is this the X you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
It's the mean, which we have.
But I'm still kind of confused because the mean's 47.
Yeah.
So what's x? 47? It's going to be 0. Oh,
No.
No, that means 46.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, 47.
because 47 is the,
Remember?
no, 47 is the national meeting. Okay, so what is the name again?
26.
Okay. And then we divide that by the standard deviation, which is
8.8.
no, yeah.
Yes. Looking at it. Standard deviation's 8.8. You told me.
Okay, and divide that by the number. How many are there? 15.
Mm-hmm. Are there really
Backstreet Boys.
15?
And Avril Lavigne.
Doesn't make sense. Why did we get it wrong?
Okay, just maybe a calculator.
46.733 minus 47 divided by 8.8
Mm-hmm.
27 divided by square root of 15.
That's when you get a different number.
So that's 8.8. That's not making sense. What if we did this? 47 minus 46. Divide that by 8.7.
You need another parenthesis, Abby.
It's not going to be different.
That's 10 minutes.
I hate these chapters that are super long.
So I really have to
Oh. What I'm reading the wrong.
Can you, kid?
Yeah. What if we're using the wrong standard deviation? Let's try this.
What did he say yes to? What did you say?
I'm just saying, I think he's saying misspelled or something. 5 divided by square root of 15. Ah, there it is. We were using the wrong standard deviation. Compute the p-value. Shape the appropriate area of the curve. Okay, so you know how to do that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you put it in the tab, the
Z squared.
yeah. we fail to reject it because the p-value level of significance is greater than 0.05. Okay.
Okay.
We have insufficient evidence. We don't have enough evidence to conclude the mean age of people is different in this area. So it's not different. I would tell the realtor keep shooting for people of that age. Alright, sorry for the crazy video. We're not at our house right now, at my parents' house, and my brother's up here, so sorry it's a little crazy. But yeah. Oh, still got the quiz. Almost forgot. Alright. Holding on cameras is being slow. Okay. A hypothesis test consists of two Are you still up there?
Hypothesis test consists of two hypotheses, the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Which one represents the status quo? The null. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Which hypothesis involves equality?
No.
The null. The p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as the one that was actually observed. Use this information to answer question 5. When computing this probability, which hypothesis do you assume to be true?
No. I have 3 in a row.
That always makes you contradict yourself. What do you say?
You said he's going to go well somewhere. Suppose the null hypothesis is the mean equals 10. Use this information to answer 6 through 8. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for the two-tailed test? It does not equal 10. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for the left-tailed test? It should be, I think it's less than 10, isn't it? No, it was less than 10. Alternative less than 10, excuse me. So it's right-tailed and it's greater than 10. The outcome of a hypothesis test is determined by comparing the p-value to low significance or alpha. Use this information for questions 9 through 10. Which relationship would result in rejecting the null hypothesis? It's greater than. So that would be the
Greater than A?
Yeah.
What relationship?
Oh, failing to reject A. Yeah, it's greater than. Excuse me. Yeah, that's right.
What relationship would result in rejecting the null hypothesis?
Less than. An insurance company is reviewing its current policy rates. When originally setting the rates, they believe the average claim was about $1,500. They are concerned the true mean is actually higher than this. Use information in questions 11 and 12. Which of the following would be appropriate alternative hypothesis for? Okay, it'd be greater than 1,500. Equal to 500. 1,500.
you sure?
Yeah, because it's the null
This
is
is alternative.
so it's greater than. Null is saying status quo.
The insurance company randomly selects n equals 40 claims and calculated a sample mean of 1,650. Use this information for questions 13 through 15. The insurance company assumes the distribution of the sample mean is normal. Is this a good assumption? Yes. What theorem or law justifies your answer to the previous question? Central limit theorem. Which of the following is a test statistic identified with this less the mean? Yeah, that's the mean, right?
Pretty sure that's it.
The historical mean of sales receipts at a grocery store is 150 with standard deviation of 40. Store manager suspects that the average has decreased. She sets up a hypothesis test with the following hypothesis. She will use a level of significance of alpha equals 0.05. She then takes a simple random sample of 36 sales receipts from her store and computes the mean to be equal to 144. Use this information to answer questions 16 through 18. What is the z-score with this test?
Okay. 144 minus 150 divided by 40 divided by the square root of, how many did she do? 36. Negative 0.9. Let's just double check that. So, tell me what you would do.
You do 144 minus 150. And you divide that by the standard deviation, which is 40, over the square root of 36. Right?
Mm-hmm. Negative 0.9.
What's the p-value associated with the z-score of the previous question?
It's open. Z-score is negative 0.9. So, is it? She thinks it's less than, right?
Has it decreased, but the average has the average has decreased.
So she's looking for the left tail.
Yeah.
So we just put that, right?
Yeah.
So it's 0.841.
0.1841.
Did I say it was 0.1841? So we want 3, right? No, take the 1 off. Oh, so you.
What inference would you make about the null hypothesis for this problem?
Fail to reject, because if the p is low, you reject the null.
P is no.
Low. There are 2 types of errors that can be made when performing a hypothesis test. Which one involves rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true? Type 1. A researcher decides that instead of using a level of significance of 0.05, he will use alpha equals 0.01, which the following will be true. I think probably of a type 1 error will increase. Now it's type 2.
Yeah. Okay. If alpha equals 0.05, compute the probability of committing a type 1 error.
I have to remember how to do this.
What's the question?
If it's a 0.05, compute the probability.
Type 1.
Okay, so if it's equal to 0.05, it's equal to 1/20th. So there's a 1/20 chance.
So 1/20th. That's not good. So did you do 0.20?
No, that's a 1.
Or 1.05?
No,
What?
That's just it.
That's what I said, 0.05.
1.05. Alright.
No,
So we
I
do
didn't. No, I didn't.
95,
That is
82. Alright.
okay.